What a delightful feeling to be like home again.
Lahat ay ginawa ko, lahat ay tinayaan ko para sa bayan ko. Pero teka, paano kung tagas?
What a delightful feeling to be like home again. At last, I can write freely, express my thoughts without fear of censorships from the chiefs.
Rizal returned to Manila on August 2, 1887, after 5 years of studying to Europe. 6 months later, he had to leave once more due to the surrounded his book Noli Me Tangere, an allegory book criticisms of Philippine life under Spanish colonization rule.
And they've forced me to leave my country. What happened is still fresh in my mind. Oh dear Blumentritt, you have no idea of my minor odyssey. Without the aid of my friend Lieutenant Taviel de Andrade, what would become of Lee? Without the sympathies of the Governor-General, the Director of the Civil Administration Government, I would now be in some dungeon. All the provincials and archbishops went daily to the Governor-General to complain against me. That night, they saw me hold secret meetings with men and women on top of a hill. It is true, I went walking at dawn at a hill for the purpose of enjoying coolness of the morning, but always escorted by the lieutenant of the Guardia Civil. Who is the conspirator of secret sessions that will hold them in an open air among women and children? I allow accusations to reach the government so they could see what kinds of enemy I have. My countrymen offered me money to leave the island. They asked me to do so, not only for my own interests, but also theirs, because I have many friends and acquaintances whom they will have deported with me to Balabag or Marianas Island. Thus, half sick and bid the hasty farewell to my family, I am returning to Europe by the way of Japan and United States. We should see each other again. I have so much to tell you.
In Hong Kong, Rizal was welcomed by Filipinos who lived there. They were Jose Maria Basa, Balbino Mauricio, Manuel Erafalta, and others who were exiled there in 1872, after the Cavite Mutiny and the martyrdom of Father Gomez, Burgos, and Zamora.
Rizal!
Oh, Mauricio, Erafalta, oh, Basa.
We're glad to see you here. I hope you enjoy your stay here.
Thank you for your welcome, amigos. I will.
Rizal, just tell us if you need something. We're here.
Thank you, my dear friends.
A Spaniard named Jose Sainz de Veranda, former Secretary of Governor-General Terrero, shadowed Rizal's movement in Hong Kong. It is believed that he was commissioned by the Spanish authorities to spy him. While in Hong Kong, Rizal stayed in a private hotel named Hotel Victoria. He was engaged in cultural activity like studying Chinese language, life experiences, drama, values and customs, and even their norms and beliefs as Chinese. As for him,
Hong Kong is a small but a very clean city.
on the 18th of February, Rizal went to Macao, a Portuguese colony near Hong Kong. He was accompanied by Basa in going there and was invited to stay at the residence of Don Juan Francisco de Caros, a Filipino delegate to the Spanish courts.
Oh, Rizal, Basa, welcome to my Kabir.
He enjoyed being a tourist and visited different cultural places which include churches and chapels, pagodas, botanical garden, bazaars, theaters, and the famous Macao casino.
On the third day of my visit, the 21st of the same month, I returned to Hong Kong together with my friend Jose Basa, with the same steamer Q Kiang.
On the 22nd of February 1888, Rizal boarded the American steamer Oceanic and left Hong Kong for Japan. Being a linguist, he enjoyed conversing with co-passengers with different nationalities: Portuguese, Chinese, British, and American. Japan was Rizal's next destination after Hong Kong. On February 28, 1888, after 6 days of sailing, he arrived in Yokohama, Japan.
Kabeya wa arimasu ka?
Akabeya wa arimasu.
Sunguru nan ako desu ka? Arigato.
Being a lover of beauty, Rizal was impressed by Japan's beautiful scenery, its mountains, flower streams, its large and wide streets, its polite and industrious people, and its charming Japanese women wearing their native kimono dresses. He also tried to learn Nippongo, a Japanese language, studied kabuki or the Japanese drama, arts, music, and the judo, an art of self-defense. A highlight of Rizal's stay in Japan was his romance with a beautiful Japanese woman. Rizal entered into a store and was attracted by the lovely, beautiful lady whom he saw attending some of its customers.
Manamae wa nan desu ka? Namae wa Jose Rizal desu.
She was the daughter of a rich man named Usui-san, who owned the biggest store in Yokohama.
Oh really? That's great. Can I call you Osei-san?
Therefore, communication between her and Rizal became very easy. They became friends because of their common interests: language, arts, and cultural studies. After a few weeks, their friendships developed into a romantic relationship. The cool spring climate, the fragrance of Japan's pink cherry blossoms, and Osei-san's charming ways. Rizal's homesickness and longing for companionship were the contributory factors in the blooming of their amorous feelings for each other. A couple of months were a happy and memorable months for the both of them. They visited shrines and temples, art galleries, watched kabuki plays, walks in the park, and meadows under the pale moonlight, and exchanging sweet nothing while enjoying cups of tea in Japanese tea houses. She also managed to teach Rizal the art of Japanese printing and improve his knowledge of Japanese literature and language.
Osei-san, a woman of beauty, charm, modesty, and intelligence. My love to Osei-san is what I call a very great love. Osei-san, sayonara, sayonara. Your name lives in the size of my lips, and your image accompanies and animates my thoughts. When will the sweet bars I passed with you return? When will I find them sweeter, more tranquil, more pleasing? Its freshness, its elegance. Sayonara, sayonara, daisuki na ito, Osei-san.
Rizal felt really sad and miserable when he bade her sayonara, or the Japanese way of saying goodbye to Osei-san. On April 13, 1888, Rizal left Yokohama on board the English steamer Belgic. Rizal's short and fruitful stay in Japan was a proof of Rizal's ability to manage his time properly. Learning the Japanese language in such a short time, combining leisurely activities with cultural studies, painting, arts, and literature could not be done by an undisciplined person who does not realize that time is gold.
Should this be the last thing I see, I want you to know it's enough for me. 'Cause all that you are is all that I'll ever need. So in love, so in love, so in love. love your hair like that. And in the moment I knew you better